Hi, and welcome back. We now have our budget laid out in our spreadsheet and it's starting to look pretty good, so we're going to take advantage of Excel's formulas to calculate everything up now. For example, I want to know how much money I have coming in for my income in January, so I'm going to select the cell where I'd like the total to show up. In this case it's B6, and I'm going to enter the sum formula in the formula bar. Something to note is that all formulas begin with the equal sign. So let's move our cursor up to the formula bar, just below the ribbon menu, and start with equal sign, and then the cells we want to add. In our case, we'll have equal sign, B4, plus sign, B5, and then just hit enter. This is the formula you'll use if you only need to subtract or add from two cells. You can now see the total has automatically showed up there after you've entered the formula in. Rather than repeating that step for each cell, you can use the black square in the corner of the cell to drag the bar across our month totals. This copies the formula to each of the cells we highlighted, and now we can see if you click on any one of the cells that the formula shows up there. Now we've got all of our income totals added up. Let's move down to our expenses, and just like in the previous step, I'll select where I want my total to show up, move my cursor to the formula bar, and get ready to add the formula. However, it's a little different when we're adding more than just two cells. So again, we're going to start with the equal sign, enter sum, and here we add a bracket, and then the cell that is the beginning of what we would like to add. So in our case, it's cell B9, and then we're going to use a colon to represent adding to cell B12. Close the bracket and hit enter. We now have our total for expenses in January. If you don't want to manually enter in the formulas, the other way to do it is by using the auto sum feature. To do this, select the first cell in the column you would like to add, hold shift, and select the last cell you'd like to add. Go over to the auto sum drop-down menu on your ribbon menu, click the drop-down, and select sum. Now our total shows up again for February, and you can again see the formula in the formula bar there. It's the same as the one you've just typed in. So let's drag the corner across, or you can manually enter for each cell. This is the way I prefer to do it, but you can do it whichever way you like. Now we've got all the totals in. I think I'd like to differentiate somehow my total numbers from the rest of the expenses. So I'm going to select the first cell in the row that I'd like to highlight, hold down shift and select the last cell. Find the format menu on your ribbon menu, click the drop-down arrow, and select Format Cells. Move over to Font, and you can see you can adjust the size of the font if you'd like it bold or italic. I think I'm going to choose bold. You can change the type of font, but I'm okay with that now. You can underline it. I think I'll also put a fill in the cell. This is going to make it a light gray, just so I can separate it from the rest of the sheet. You can choose whatever color you like. Today I'm going to do gray. And then also a border. You can do a border just on the top, or if you select the whole outline, it will outline all of the cells, and then the inside will separate individual cells. I think today I'm going to have an outline across the whole thing, as well as the inside. And once you're done fooling around here, just push OK, and you can see how I've separated my totals now. I think I'll do the same thing again up here. So again, select the first cell, hold shift to the last, format on the ribbon menu, format cells. I'm going to bold my font, put a border all the way around each cell, and fill it with a light gray. Hit OK, and there you have it. Again, just a reminder, if you don't like what you've done, you can always hit Ctrl-Z to undo, or use the undo button up at the top here. I think I like the way it looks. I'll just save it and get ready for the next step.